Okay, so this is one of the best videos that you're going to be able to watch because I use this skill, tool, whatever you want to call it, technique. How about it's a technique? I use it all the time. I use it with lots of students, both really young students and adult students who have worked on a long project. This is going to show you how to make a copy of a drawing. So it can be useful for a couple of different things. It's really useful when you have worked a long time on an outline of a drawing and you've made a mistake. What you can do is you can copy all the accurate parts of the drawing and don't copy the part that you made the mistake on. Once you've transferred it to a new page, you can then redo the part where you made the mistake. Another reason that this is really useful is in making duplicates. So say you want to make 3 of the same drawings, you can make a duplicate of the outline and then go to shading them and make them slightly different. Or it can be really useful if when you're getting your outline established before you shade in your drawing, if you are one of those people that has a heavy hand or you've used the wrong type of paper, or maybe the paper's too thin and you wish you'd used the thicker paper, or maybe you've used the wrong pencil, it's too hard of a pencil and you've dented the page, you can transfer your drawing onto a new page with a fresh start so that you don't have any indentations in the page, and that's not going to mess up when you start to shade in your drawing. So let me show you a couple here. So this is a drawing that I was working on with a student, and we had spent quite a bit of time on it. And later I took a photograph of it and I realized that one of the eyes was higher than the other eyes. I tried to erase this eye here a little bit, and then I realized that I had drawn it either so long ago or had pressed so hard that there was no way that I was going to be able to erase. So what I did was I used this technique, and I don't know if you can see this very faint copy here, but I made a copy and then I can go back in and shade it, and I'm not having to redo all of my work. I've just copied everything except for this eye, and then I'm going to freehand draw in that eye again. So that's if you make a mistake. Another reason that you might want to do this is if you're drawing croquis. It's the French word for sketch. I'm probably butchering it. I don't speak French. But if you wanted to draw a sketch of a fashion model, you could draw one. You can make a copy and then make a different outfit on each one that you did. And then you don't have to draw the base figure all over again. So next I'm going to show you how to make these copies. And we're going to use a simple drawing here, a horse. Okay, so here I have a really simple outline of a horse. Say I want to make a copy of it for one of those reasons that I already cited before. What you're going to need are 2 different pencils. You want to have a really soft pencil. In this case, I have the 8B. And you want to have a very hard pencil. In this case, I have an F. I don't want to go to my ultimate most hard pencil, like a 9H, because usually that's going to dent not only the top page, but also the page below. Next, you're going to need 2 pieces of paper, the one that you have the original drawing on, and then another one to make the copy onto. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my drawing over, and I'm going to take my soft pencil, the 8B. If I can't see where the outline is through, which I don't know if you all can see that on the camera, I will just give myself a guide, and then that is the entire horse that I need to copy. I'm going to take my soft pencil and turn it over on the side. I actually want to move this paper because sometimes it will make a copy in reverse unintentionally on that page. And I'm going to press pretty hard here with my soft pencil and make a dark graphite coating on the back. I want to do that thoroughly over the entire page, or over the entire area where the drawing is that I need to copy. And I can see I'm going to need to turn my page here so that I don't catch it. So I'm going to go along with the edge so that I don't mess up my paper here. There are a couple of crumbs underneath my drawing here from previous erasing, so you can see where those crumbs are being picked up. I get a really dark splotch. It's not ideal, so really you should have a cleaner work surface than I have here right now. And if you know you're going to make multiple copies, you'll want to go over this much darker. But I know I'm just going to make one here for you all right here. So then I'm going to flip it over. You can see that the graphite is showing through. So I've now essentially ruined this copy, which is okay because I'm not going to use it again unless I'm just making another copy. And then I'm going to line up my two pieces of paper. And sometimes I'll use tape in order to keep those together if it's a really important drawing, or if it's one that I know that I'm working on to draw on realistically. You can also use your gummy eraser and just kind of stick it down onto the table. It's not going to be a perfect solution, but it works pretty well. And then I'm going to switch to my harder pencil. This is the F pencil. It's sort of right in the middle between my H and my B's. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy each line. I want to press hard here, but I don't want to press so hard that I'm breaking the pencil like that, or that I'm denting the page underneath. And I'm going to try to keep my line quality about the same. So where my line is thinner, I'm going to press less hard, and where my line is thicker, I'm going to press a little bit more to get that line to show a little bit more density. If you get lost and you aren't sure whether or not you have drawn in all of these lines, you can always flip the page up. I'll show you how to do that in just a second. What you can do is hold the paper down and separate the pages and see which ones are you missing. Can you guys see that? I'm missing quite a bit still. So I need to go over the I. And if you forget, you can always go over a line again just in case, so that you don't skip it. Okay, I think that's every line. Let's check. It is. Okay, so now I can take my gummy off and move this to the side, and look at, I have an exact duplicate. So this is one of the most frequently used tools in my studio, or processes in my studio. I hope this helps you get a lot of freedom, because you can mess up anytime you want and you can redo it, or you can make lots of copies if you want to make a drawing for both your best friend and your sister. So it's a great tool to use. I hope you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this one and get to drawing. Thank you all so much for watching. More videos are coming soon, so if you wish to subscribe to my channel, go ahead and do that. And also you can check out my website, lzmstudio.com.